For 20 years, our house has experienced a lot.
He's back! Are you kidding me?
Triumph, defeat, heartbreak, euphoria. It's been home to legends, and legends in the making. We've watched homegrown kids grow up here and welcome friends who became family.
The ballpark is in a frenzy.
Like our fans, this place has developed a reputation. And that's just the way we like it. In a city bursting at the seams with history, our house has had its fair share.
Howling drive, way out of here. Grand slam, Victorino! The Philadelphia Phillies are going to the World Series.
But it's not time to harp on history.
It's time to make more history.
He's going to just watch it go!
Our team story is not done.
Never say die, Tom.
It's barely been written.
Something's brewing with this team, John.
We're here for the long haul and the long ball.
That one is going to be long gone!
It's been a fun 2 decades,
Son of a gun, I love this place.
but this is the only looking back we're doing
With a rainmaker!
because we're tired of knocking on the door. It's time to kick it down.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sorry in Advance. And this might be really the last time that we just do one during a Phillies game, because it seems like every single friggin' time that we do one during the Phillies game, they lose a lead.
And they lose the
in
game.
general. Right. So it's either we stop doing that or I stop betting on them.
Stop betting.
Like in general?
No, just when we do the podcast, like stop betting.
You know,
on them.
I should actually just stop betting in general. I
Well,
really
that too.
should. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yesterday, I took Schwarber for 2 hits and two hits, runs, and RBIs. He went 0 for 3 and got hit by a pitch and walked, but scored a run. And then today, he has a hit and an RBI.
That's how baseball is.
Did you see the thing too, where it said like people like as of last week lost like $250,000 on betting Kyle Schwarber home runs because he wasn't hitting any?
No, really.
Yeah,
I did not see that.
Yeah, there's been over 200 grand lost on.
Well, you could thank this one on the Phillies bullpen because they just let up another run.
Yep, there's another one. So 5-3. Yeah, there we go. Well, I mean, also you were facing Cal Quantrill, who you should have had more than 3 runs against.
I agree.
And once again, let's see, Trey Turner hits a home run in the 4th, and then Johan Rojas, and I love how it says, or then it's Schwarber. So, I mean, the Marlins. I said like somebody on the Phillies fan page, which always a shout out to them as usual, is they said, oh, in the 4-game series, what do you think the Phillies do? And I said 3-1, and they lose a ridiculous game to the Marlins. There's always one.
This could be it. Well, it has to be this because they need some momentum going into the Mets series.
They do. That they do. Anyway, so we're going to start off, well, I guess, get off to the side here with some non-Phillies news, but Rafael Devers was traded much sooner than I thought he would have been. I really didn't think, middle of June that this was coming, especially because of the fact that, like, it seemed like things kind of calmed down from where we were a
couple months ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Giants came in, which I guess Buster Posey came in and said that, they'd been talking to the Red Sox for a few weeks now, trying to work on something. And I'll tell you what, good for the Giants, because after they tried to get Judge, tried to get Ohtani, thought they had Judge. It really seemed like, but that was like the whole John Heyman, who he still is ridiculed to this day about it. Saying that he was going to the Giants, and then that was the usual just, oh, going here. Now we're going to work up a way to get more money. But Rafael Devers was officially sent to the Giants. I think he's playing today.
Yeah, he's DHing.
Is he DHing?
Yeah.
Good evening, Donna.
What's up, Donna?
So he was traded to the Giants for Kyle Harrison, Jordan Hicks, and 2 prospects. Jordan Hicks, I found, was an interesting part of this trade because they signed him to be a starter because that's specifically kind of what he wanted to do and why he didn't re-sign with the Cardinals. He was a starter for the first year, and then they sent him back to the bullpen this year, and he still has like a 6 ERA. So that didn't work out very well for Jordan Hicks, and now he's coming to Boston, which I'm very curious if they're going to keep him as a starter or if they're going to keep, or let him be a starter or be a reliever.
Yeah, I think he's probably better suited as a reliever because just the way he throws.
And he wasn't terrible really as like a starter, at least when he faced us, but he's not a starter. It's like the Jeff Hoffman thing, like just accept it.
Yeah.
You're a reliever. But he was traded to the Giants. I think the funniest part of this whole entire thing, and I completely forgot to send a picture to myself, but I will let me share my screen because I thought it was hilarious in the fact that this jackass comes out after everything he said against the Red Sox, saying, bashing the team, saying, no, I'm not going to play first. Don't even ask. Like, it's ridiculous that you'd even ask because you wanted me to get used to playing DH. You took third away from me, even though it's new management or front office that is asking them to that, bashing them for turning back on their word. And then this comes out like a little bit before, say, Devers to play wherever Giants want. We'll take Rounders at first base. I just thought, you jackass. Like,
I think that's that's got something to do with. I mean, obviously, I think it's because the Red Sox promised him like where he was going to be at, and like the Giants obviously didn't promise him anything because they were acquiring him.
right.
So I think he's sticking it to Boston because of that.
100%. I absolutely agree. So yeah, I mean, two of my friends that I talked to about this before, a little bit before the show, said the same exact thing. That was more just him giving an extra middle finger to the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Because he was initially asked to DH. He was mad that they signed Bregman, but then accepted the DH role. I mean, struggled the first
mightily
to this season. Now he's really turned it around. And I feel like right now, to me, the Red Sox really did not get
they didn't get a haul.
Didn't win this trade at all.
No.
I don't know much about the two prospects, but Kyle Harrison and Jordan Hicks, I'm like, that ain't doing it. And the thing that confused me the most was the GM coming out and saying, in no way does this signify that we're waving the white flag. And I'm like, well,
you just trading the best player.
Trading the best player really doesn't signify that. So that I just it made me laugh. But I mean, there wasn't any of us, I think, that were sitting here and just like expecting the Devers thing to come around now.
Well, I think we talked about it.
Play like crap and throw a fit, get your way. I mean, I know that's the NFL way.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. If he was promised with what he said he was promised, and I mean he is the longest tenured Red Sox player, or he was, and obviously the best player, then you would want to keep your star player happy.
I agree.
I'm going to be honest. The Red Sox have been a joke the last couple of years.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you trade Mookie Betts. Come on. You traded basically your cornerstone pieces each year.
Yeah. I feel like too is just like you traded Mookie Betts. Do you remember who the hell they got for Mookie Betts?
No, and that's the problem.
Yeah. And this is gonna. I'm not gonna bring it up now, but in a minute because it's gonna tie into the rumor that I heard. But it was the fact that like Devers signed in the middle of them not being very good. But again, when he signed, it was different management.
Yeah.
So he signed them telling him, we want you to be the third baseman of our team, for the length of your contract. But I mean, you can't hold it. So here's my thing. I don't know if that was, and I mean, I could look it up, but I don't want to. I don't know if that was the owner telling him that or if that was the previous management. If it was the owner, then yeah, I would be extremely pissed. If it was previous management, well, they got new front office, a new GM. You can't. Like,
I
what
would
do you want to do?
imagine. I mean, personally,
Hello,
hey, what's up? I think it'd be I think it'd be the owner because you just know by how Boston operates, their owner is very heavily involved in the team.
Right. So that's what makes me wonder, like, exactly how all that went down, who said what originally, and
Well, if you remember,
how.
the owner flew out to him.
Right. Right. That's
So
why I'm just like, but I'm saying when they got new ownership or new management, how did that conversation go?
yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
Because
it's
if they still
interesting.
said something to him like, yeah, you're going to be, we still want you to be third base. And then all of a sudden it's just, which granted, here's my thing. Devers is not the greatest defensive third baseman. Bregman is better than him. So
Yeah,
I could understand his, whether it's frustration, jealousy, aggravation, whatever. I get it. But I mean, if someone's going to sit there and tell me like, all right, well, like the Phillies want to go after, I don't know, Alex Bregman and they want to trade Bohm. I'm like, well, that's a
see
conversation
it.
I'll listen to. Like, really, I'm gonna hear that.
Yeah,
So, it just that it was just like the time frame. It was out of nowhere. It really was.
and usually those types of trades, that's usually what happens. Like a blockbuster deal like that, you don't really see it coming.
right this early, and then you hear no rumblings of it at all because
No.
you figured everything was kind of calming down, and then all of a sudden, especially because Bregman's hurt, like
Yeah.
Cass is out for the season. So I was just like, man, it really sucks like that Devers isn't going to play first base. And that's what made me really laugh when he was like, yeah, now that I'm in the San Francisco, I'll play wherever they need me to play. And I'm like, this friggin' guy. Good Lord. So the other thing, too, that I heard involving the Red Sox, which I swear to God, if it were to happen, I would really laugh. But again, it was a rumor that my brother told me about, was that supposedly the rumor was the Braves were considering trading Chris Sale back to the Red Sox for Jared Duran. And I'm like, well, that would be kind of weird. I'm like, because I don't think that they really need outfield help. If anything, Sale's their best pitcher.
I mean, they
because
looked into Rafael Devers.
Huh?
The Braves looked in on Rafael Devers.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just like, I wonder why, like, Sale,
which I thought was weird.
Yeah, me too. Well, who knows where Olsen would go play.
I mean, unless they're trying to break up that core and start a new one.
I mean, unless Ozuna, they planned on trading him. He's their DH. So unless you're going to move him.
Yeah, I mean, the Sale one would be interesting because he's got a no trade clause, correct?
I believe so.
So I don't even think he would accept that trade, only because the Red Sox are not winning a World Series this year.
Yeah, definitely not. And let's see. No, he doesn't have a no trade clause.
Wow.
Yeah. He's got and there's a club option next year.
I can't see him. I would imagine the Braves would do him right, and if he did want to trade, that they would ask him where he would prefer.
Well, here's the funniest part, and I didn't know this until I looked into it. The Braves traded Jared Duran as part of the Chris Sale trade.
Oh, that is weird. So
I did not even know that.
Come full circle.
Back. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
So here's my thing. So I know I talked to you about this earlier, and I brought it up a little bit as my 3-team trade proposal. I wish Ryan was here. We can get a 3-person trade discussion on this. So it would start with involving, obviously, the Miami Marlins and trying to save Sandy Alcantara's career.
Okay.
So Sandy Alcantara would go to Boston. Okay? Jared Duran would come here. We trade Johan Rojas or Brandon Marsh. Probably Johan Rojas. He can go die in Miami.
Yeah.
His career, not literally.
Yeah.
And we trade a prospect. It is not going to be Crawford, Painter, Abel, Miller, because Miami is easy to fleece, obviously, for anything. So you would trade, and then the Red Sox give up a prospect. I had all this written down, and I forgot to send it to myself. So I apologize on the prospects' names.
Where's Chapman go?
Huh?
Where's Chapman in all this?
Oh, Chapman comes to us too. So we have to give up more than one prospect. So we give up the young Johan Rojas, 24 years old.
We like that.
And then we give up 2 prospects, and the Red Sox give up a prospect.
Okay.
But they have to give up a higher prospect because they are giving up.
They're getting Sandy.
They're getting Sandy.
And
with a 7 ERA, that's worth 1 high prospect right now.
And we're getting Chapman and Duran.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that.
I feel
it would
like
never happen.
Actually, no, it'll never happen. I know.
I wish it would.
It never happen. Yeah.
I think you would have to throw Otto Kemp in there.
You know what? Just throw Bohm. I don't even care. I was actually feeling good about Otto Kemp, but then I saw him, like, I don't know, he swung and a foul ball hit him in his knee that he had problems with, and I'm like, here we go. We just can't have anything nice. We're back to not being able to have anything nice. But anyway, so on to the next topic, which is the back and forth Philadelphia Phillies that we know and love.
The bipolar Philadelphia Phillies.
Yes, and they are riding the high of the bipolarness right now. So the Phillies right now in their last 7 games are 6-1. Excuse me. A good series against the Cubs, a very good series against Toronto. Obviously, Toronto they won 8-0, 3-2, and 11-4. That offensive explosion that happened on Sunday was really nice to see.
Yeah,
11-4. They had only 2 home runs. And that is what I was pretty happy about, is that they did it without the long ball.
It's because the baseballs are dying.
Well, I mean, that's yeah. How about let's. I love the fact that Andrew McCutchen of all people, who
it's like, yeah, what's going on,
and answers it. Like somebody posted, he's like, oh yeah, I already talked to somebody in the league, and they said, which I don't know if this is a new story to anybody, that MLB has said for years, no, the balls never change. There's nothing new with the balls, blah, blah, blah. And everyone's just like, well, then how come home runs just disappear sometimes? Oh, it's because of the humidor. Well,
no.
Every stadium has a humidor. So try again.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was, the baseballs were different. But then MLB denied it again. Well, now Andrew McCutchen has blatantly come out on Twitter and said, he talked to a league representative saying that the laces in the ball are being tied tighter, or no, they're higher. They're raised, which is like what we played in Little League.
Yeah.
And because I don't know if anybody has ever, again, I'm not trying to be a smartass, has ever actually held like an MLB ball. Like those laces are so tight and into the leather, like it is almost flat with the ball.
My whole thing is, it's just, I thought I was going crazy, because you could definitely tell now that he came out and said that.
Well, yeah, it's like it makes no sense how we've said it for 2-3 years now. It's home runs just disappear, and MLB's no. It's just this excuse, it's that excuse.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's not. There's something.
No, it's clear as day. Yeah. Clear as day, you could tell.
Yeah.
And the Marlins just hit a home run.
Yeah. Anyway, so next. So here, let me share this screen real quick, so I can tell everyone can know what we're talking about. So Andrew McCutchen. Can I zoom in on this? There we go. Said you can't convince me MLB isn't using dead balls. So granted, this is Soto, but anytime you can tell on TV and stuff
off the bat,
right? And especially if it's Juan Soto, if it's Judge or something like that. I mean, that thing is crushed.
Yeah.
Andrew McCutchen goes, I was told by a rep for MLB that the balls are indeed different this year. They stated higher seams, which produces more drag on baseball, causing baseballs to not travel as far as they should. When asked why, I was told every baseball is hand sewn, so no ball is the same. When I asked if there is something that can be done about correcting the current performance of this year's baseball, I was told there's nothing that can be done about it this season, but they are working hard on getting to the bottom of why seams are higher.
So you're telling me MLB had no control over this?
And there's no quality control over somebody
making these
the baseballs. I mean, yeah. I've seen the video on how the baseballs are made. It's a really cool video.
So somebody randomly who are making these baseballs just said, you know what? We're just going to make this the the seams higher or whatever on the baseball so it dies, and not tell the
Right.
Major League
Like, are you
Baseball
using a
committee about it.
different like yarn to sew it, or
Stitch?
it's stitch? Yeah, excuse me. Are you not pulling it as tight because you got to pull that thing pretty tight to get it closed? I mean, it's literally stamped
Yeah.
leather to cut it. Like, you have to be specifically trying like so detailed to not have the seams go all like I don't know.
I know.
That's
It doesn't.
incredibly shady.
Yeah, and irresponsible
And
because
especially
it
because
how
go ahead, go ahead. You're good.
I don't get how baseball how MLB can be like, yeah, they're like they didn't know about it until like now.
Oh yeah, because don't tell me that they didn't notice during spring training.
Yeah,
And here's the thing too. So I'm glad it's him saying it. I'm glad, and that answer is way too detailed to
for
be a
him to
lie.
be messing around.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
So
know what's gonna be funny? Watch what happens. Playoff home runs are gonna be flying.
oh, of course, the balls are snowflakes, and none of them are the same kind of sounds. Yeah.
Yeah, it
So,
doesn't make any sense.
and here's the thing: is them saying, "Oh, they can't do anything." They can't do anything about it this season. So here's my thing. I've looked this up before. Supposedly there is between I'll throw 90. I'm looking at it now. 90 and 120 baseballs used in a 9-inning game. Each game, and they said in a season there's around 270,000 baseballs used. So I understand that okay, you can't change it now, but from the previous 2 to 3 seasons that I've seen, it sure as shit looks like you change the baseballs when all of a sudden, when it's colder out, the baseball starts flying. Like, that makes no sense. I think they are full of shit. They don't want to do it.
Why can't they
And
just go? I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that what's going to end up happening is come playoff time, these balls are going to be flying out the ballpark because it's playoffs. That's what I think
oh yeah.
is going to end up happening.
So there's a contract between Major League Baseball and Rawlings Sports, granting Rawlings the exclusive rights to manufacture baseball, and it's been like that since 1977.
So Rawlings just decided to just change it. Like, how's that allowed to be in their contract?
Well, here's what's funny. MLB is a co-investor in Rawlings. So MLB can change it whenever they want because they're part owner of it.
And you're telling me if the balls are dying like this and people are complaining, they just can't change it on the fly?
Right.
That may
Oh, so
all right, all-star break. Okay?
Right.
Start making new baseballs.
Well, I was just going to say, that's exactly what I'm thinking is, so you're telling me that, so say that 270,000 baseballs are used during an MLB season. Do they make 280,000 and then they're like, all right, we're done.
Yeah,
We
like
won't make any more. So you just don't make any more?
yeah.
Like that's an average. That's not an exact number. So, and don't tell me how many baseballs they used that are going to be used for the All-Star game
or the home run derby.
or the home run derby. They're all special balls. The color balls.
Yeah.
They probably have 6,000 of them, and then when they don't use them, they send them to kids.
Yeah, exactly. It just doesn't make sense to me at all as to why that's I think it's irresponsible. Yeah, exactly. But like
Well,
I said, come playoff time, the balls are going to be flying out the stadiums because they want ratings.
right. Because let's see. I'll just type a general question. Do baseballs go farther in hot weather? Yes, baseballs tend to travel farther in hotter weather. Well, duh, because of the humidity and the heat in the air and the dryness in the air. But I've seen the Phillies crush some balls that
should be gone.
And whether it's indoors, outdoors, but then again, exactly like you're saying, by the time it gets colder around here, somehow balls are going to start flying. So don't tell me they're the same balls. Sean, when you watched how they were made, is it a person or a machine?
It was a person when I saw it.
It's a person, Donna. It's actually a really cool video. If you go on YouTube, it's like a 5 or 10 minute video. It is. They have the balls, and then they coat them in like glue. They put a bunch of them in it looks like a little concrete mixer.
Yeah.
And then they roll it around so that it gets all glued. Then the actual shape of the baseball leather is stamped out of leather, and it is hand folded to fit perfectly, and then it is hand sewn. It is actually, it's a really cool video, but it's people doing it.
Yeah.
Which the mud still comes from
Jersey.
The mud still comes
And
from
an
Jersey.
undisclosed location.
It's the Delaware River.
It's got to be. It's at the battlefield.
It's people's body parts and stuff, and decaying shit, and just all rubbing up on people's baseballs. That's why there's too many bodies in the Delaware right now. Sorry, I went real dark. I love the How You Are Made videos. Just never saw it. Yeah,
it's really cool.
It's actually a really cool video. So anyway, back to what I was saying. The oh, did I get rid of it? I closed my page. Damn it. Anyway, the Phillies were killing it. The last two series, they swept the Blue Jays, took 2 or 3 from the Cubs. Really kicked the shit out of Goldsman too, which was when they won 8-0.
They hit him well.
Yeah, I know. I should have known not to start him on my fantasy team.
Yeah, no, that was a great series.
It really was. It was a very good series. Everything kind of clicked. Even the game that we didn't score, it was a little close. It was just. I don't want to say you kind of get a feel like, like all right, like they look all right, like they look good. They're not messing up too bad.
Yeah.
The other thing that I wanted to bring this up real quick. Did everyone hear the story about the bamboo plant in Rob Thompson's office?
Yeah, I feel like it's Brad Miller all over again.
Oh yeah, my grandfather's landfill. My grandfather used to own the landfill in Deffert.
Oh, the one. Okay, that real big one.
Right by my high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the whole thing with the bamboo plant, just for people who haven't heard, is, excuse me, God. So before the Pittsburgh series and the Brewer series, they had a bamboo plant that sits in a Phillies cup that was doing all right. Kevin Long's wife said, "Hey, let me take that home. I'll get it some sunlight. We'll bring it back to you." They proceeded to play some really, 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 really garbage baseball. They lost 9 of 10, swept by the Pirates, and then all of a sudden June 9th comes around and they won this good series against Chicago and then a good series against the Blue Jays. So Marcy Long, who took it on May 29th. And then they said, bring the goddamn thing back. Bring the thing back, because don't take it away. Don't take it again. Hey, Amy.
What's up, Amy?
So they said, so he said, yeah, don't ever take that thing out of our office again. Because it didn't look healthy, but whatever. So I don't get, let it die in the office. So the Phillies went 1-8, and then they were so when this was written, it was 4-1, but now they're 6-1.
Yeah, 6-1.
That's the story of their success. But regardless, Mrs. Long, leave the goddamn plane alone. Anyway, so the next topic that we had was a very interesting one because so the Phillies swept the Blue Jays thanks to bamboo. Otto Kemp, man.
Yeah.
Otto Kemp is looking pretty damn good.
Looking like a nice trade piece.
Alec Bohm?
I'm just saying. I don't.
Go ahead, say it. It's all right. So what I'm hearing is bamboo trees for all of us.
I have a bunch of bamboo in my backyard that I'll cut down and give it to everyone.
Okay, deal. Everyone starts growing. It's like everybody hits, everybody gets bamboo.
So obviously my feelings have changed towards the deadline since the Devers trade.
Mm-hmm.
No more Band-Aid moves with the whole, if Otto Kemp keeps playing like this, you trade him for a superstar. He's got to be part of a package for a blockbuster move.
Otto Kemp?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. He has been up. He came up June 7th. Excuse me. He went hitless. I mean, the Phillies just sucked in that Pittsburgh series. So
yeah, it wasn't good.
I mean, first game of the Chicago series, he went 3 for 5. Second game 0 for 4. Third game 1 for 4. Then against Toronto, 2 for 4, 0 for 2. and then 4 for 5. Scored 3 times, and he is 0 for 1 tonight, but has a run, but I don't know, whatever. So right now he's hitting 303. 303 with 10 hits and 4 RBIs. The issue with this is, I hate that he's number 4 because it just reminds me of Scott Kingery. And then the fact that they brought him up to play third, or to play third first.
Then he's playing first.
And then they're saying, oh, we might get him some reps in the outfield. And I'm like, here we go. It's Scott Kingery all over again. You're going to waste someone's talent.
Yeah, no, I don't like messing with a kid at this age.
Don't go live because the Phillies are stinking.
I think they should just keep him where he's at. Once Bryce comes back, then you figure it out. There's no place for him unless you trade Bohm. But if you're trading Bohm, you're going to have to add him into a trade package if you're trying to get somebody worthy.
Bohm is going to – well, here's the thing. If you would have asked me probably – it's hard even to say like last 2 weeks because Bohm's really turned it on, and he hit over 300 in May. And, I mean, with how he started, I mean, he's hitting 285 right now, which is where he usually floats, around 280, 290. So this is the Alec Bohm we're waiting for. But, again, it goes back to, I think, the whole thing that we've experienced with him the last few years is just like people complain about his attitude, but then we complain that people don't show enough emotion. So really it is, what do you want? I'm fine with him showing attitude. I'm fine with him saying, I hate this place. And then if he wants to apologize, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a shit if you hate this place. If you're here, play.
Yeah. My whole thing is like, yeah, he's hitting great. He was hitting 285 or whatever, but like, how long is that going to last? We've seen this with a bunch of players on this team that do that.
We've seen it with the whole team. They're ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just, and if it hasn't worked in the last 3 years, you got to fix it because chances are it's not going to work again.
I think the only way you trade him is if it is for it have to be a big trade.
Yeah, exactly.
So the thing with that is, I don't think he's not the greatest defensive third baseman. He can hit, obviously, which is fine. So you're either going to sacrifice the bat for much better defense and let Sosa play, which I really thought that might happen because they said that Stock got hurt and now he's starting tonight.
Yeah, his elbow again, and I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah, here we go. I feel like, and I know John just asked this, is who do you trade Bohm for? If you trade Bohm, it has to be an impactful move. It's probably going to be a package with a good prospect. And honestly, I really thought I considered Red Sox, but I guess they were trying to find a way to have this kid that they have at third base come up. So I doubt they're moving him. But Ryan and I were talking about today, it's just like, I completely forgot that Alex Bregman has an opt-out after this year. Like, if he comes back, I'm like, would you trade for 1 year of Bregman? The risk of 1 year of multiple years of Bregman because he can opt in.
Trading for him this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think the Red Sox would trade him. I mean, I don't know. Boston's done some dumb things.
But I mean, if they're saying it's going to depend how the next month goes. I think that's the thing.
Exactly.
They're not.
They're above 500.
Yeah, I mean, and then after they're only 5.5 out of the wild card or out of the division.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. Like, I don't think they're going anywhere in the AL. I mean, Tampa again somehow is good.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't make sense to me.
No. But I mean, right now the Red Sox are in the third wild card spot.
Yeah.
Like, their pitching is, I guess, keeping them in it, but it's that if you're trading Bohm, that is the big move that people want, that you better be getting somebody. And I'm not even saying like a Mason Miller. I'm saying you are getting a bat. That's my opinion. Getting a bat.
There's one, if they keep struggling, would be Jose Ramirez.
I don't. He reminds me the same as Devers. He signed when the
he's
team
better though.
He's better, absolutely, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, Jose Ramirez signed. to stay there. But I would wonder. I would love to know what the conversation was with that. It reminds me of Devers, just because like the team wasn't supposed to be good, and then
No.
all of a sudden they were doing really good, and I think won the division last year. I don't think anybody expected them to win the division
Who?
last year. The
Guardians.
Guardians, yeah,
Nobody ever expects them to be good.
right. But I mean, they won the division by like they're 7 games, 6.5 games.
Yeah.
So they got to win the Mets series. So that's what my next little thing was, is the fact that they have the Mets series coming up.
They gotta sweep them or take
You
the
take the series. You have to take that series. That is going to be a huge series. And I think Wheeler's pitching Friday.
It's Wheeler, Abel on Fox, because Abel's they're nationally televised games.
Yeah, because I'm going Sunday.
It's Wheeler, Abel, and Sanchez.
So where am I at? This is Thursday. Do the Phillies play? Or are they off?
No, they play. They have a 4-game series.
So that's what worries me, is Sanchez pitches Thursday. So I think it's actually Wheeler, Abel, and Luzardo, if you do the math.
So it's Wheeler, Abel,
And then Luzardo, because he's pitching tonight. Because if you want,
yeah, and then it's Luzardo.
Oh, good. I get to see Griffin Canning pitch on Sunday night. But you have to. Here's my thing, and I just want to be a realist about it. I want them to obviously sweep, obviously take the division at minimum. If you do not, and you lose the series, do not get blown out. Do not get embarrassed. Keep it friggin' close.
And you're home too.
And you're home. Like, I don't want to go to this series and listen to friggin' Mets fans cheering, taking over the stadium. Like, I don't want to hear it. No. I think you need to show up big time. I need a home run from Schwarber every single game. Or Turner, because he's on that pace right now.
Yeah, he is. No, just take the series.
Take the series.
That's all I ask. Take the series.
I need big pitching performances. I need Juan Soto to do nothing.
Yes.
All weekend.
Yes.
And I mean, with the way things are right now, like,
they're only 2.5 out.
They're only 2.5 out. I don't know how this, or 2 out right now, but with the way that this is looking right now.
Yeah, this looks like it's about to be over.
Yeah. So, sorry for betting on them again. I still haven't learned my lesson. And the Mets are winning in the second 3-0 against the Braves. So we'll just further push the Braves down the totem pole.
Yeah.
So I just feel like that series is huge before the All-Star break, because I think you play the Braves one more time too.
Yes.
So beat your division, take the series against your division until for the rest of the damn year, but especially before the All-Star break, because you have to go into this hot. I think the other thing that is kind of a big deal is the fact that there is still no timetable for Aaron Nola, who has a freak injury. I don't know how whatever the hell, break a rib, fracture a rib.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
He left with a sprained ankle already that they said wasn't healing right, and then all of a sudden he's got a rib injury, and I'm like, what the hell kind of bed do you sleep on?
Yeah, I think we probably won't see him until end of July.
So I think after the All-Star break, and the other thing that worries me too is, obviously Harper coming back. I still think he's going to be out because there's no timetable for him and his injury.
No,
and the fact that his wrist it's the second time it's happened. That's why it pissed me off when he said he started to feel it a few weeks ago, and he did. And it's just like, dude, like, I'm all for you trying to play through it, but not when, like, you weren't really doing very good to begin with. You know?
No, I totally agree. It's just, I don't know if he's ever going to get his power back like he has. Like, hopefully when he comes back, he'll be stronger. But I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, if it's been bothering him this whole time, then fine. But the fact that, like, they said they don't know the extent of it,
Yeah.
It was still messed up. It was swollen or whatever. That they don't know when he's coming back. They're still on the figuring out stage. And I'm like, you know what? That sounds to me like it's June 17th. If you're still there, you're really going to have to figure this out. Like after
Yeah,
the break.
yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it'll be interesting to see. Hopefully, they'll get an update before the All-Star break because that's when normally injury news comes out.
Yeah. Yeah. So, well, you want to predict the rest of the Marlins series and the Mets series?
Yeah, so I think they obviously I think they take 3 or 4 from the Marlins, and
They friggin' better.
I'm gonna go ahead and say they sweep the Mets.
Oh, all right. I'm in. I am into that. So I want to see if I can find it. Like, can I? No, it's just never an easy way to find who the probables are going to be for our game. So I think it's Suarez starting tomorrow, and then Sanchez pitching Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
I remember right. So yes, I think we take the next 2 games. We friggin' better take the next 2 games. Because right now it's embarrassing.
Yeah, no,
thank God it was a no sweat bet for me. So, and you know what? I'm with you. We sweep the Mets.
yeah,
Not saying in what kind of fashion. I'm just saying.
I think it's gonna be I'll go as far as to say this. I think there's gonna be a little trash talking too between the 2 teams.
Yeah, I don't want to see. I miss the Larry Boa days, and I wasn't alive.
The manual days, Charlie Manuel days.
Yeah, no, like Chase Utley wouldn't talk to anybody on the opposing team.
No, he just break their legs.
Right? No, I'll kill you.
Pat Pearl shooting a finger to Billy Wagner. Come on.
Exactly. No, don't talk to the division rival. It's no. I need Castellanos back out there, which I don't even want to talk about that bull.
No, that
Castellanos out there talking smack the whole entire time. 3 buttons undone.
Yes. Yeah. Or and just staring down the Mets bench. Remember when the Braves they clinched on our field and he was just staring at him by himself?
Yeah. I need Liam behind the plate.
Yes. It needs to be a playoff atmosphere.
Yeah. I need Gritty there.
The only thing I'm gonna say about the Castellanos thing is I am really curious. I want to know what he said.
Oh my God, I know.
Because
my mom said she read somewhere that he basically kind of called Thompson a name.
I wonder what.
I don't know if it was more like, oh, that's a. I don't even know what the hell.
Like a Canadian name.
Would he even know?
He's smart, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I know that he said it's his decision. He's the manager, whatever.
But it must have been something real serious because he just broke his 236 consecutive start.
Well, the thing with that is, and I know we said we weren't going to talk about it. Now we're talking about it, which is fine. But it's he said, I wasn't happy about it, but I spoke my mind. He said I crossed the line, so I'm not playing. I'm being punished.
The only thing I'm going to say about it is the fact that if this was against the Mets or something, then I'd be really, really aggravated. If he was just yeah, you're not playing. But it's the Marlins, it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, maybe not because they're about to lose. But I just feel like it's, it was for Kepler moving over to right, and Johan Rojas going to center. And I'm like, if it's a defensive thing, I'm like, Nick, you have to know you're not the best.
But the other thing is too, he's been great defensively for us since he's been here.
Well, I mean,
so now all of a sudden you're just going to take him out.
Well, he's 3rd worst in baseball.
Yeah, but I mean, he makes some game-saving plays.
If it's coming into the left,
he's getting
the outfielder out there. If he has to take one step the opposite direction,
then he's done.
He is garbage.
But yeah,
Juan Soto in the outfield.
Yeah, no, but I think they sweep the Mets.
I'm gonna have to put this on TikTok and get a lot of hate.
Like the last time,
it's like the playoffs and see how it goes. I'm going to buy that one guy a beer again. But that was all I had for the night.
Yeah, that's all I had. Hopefully the Phillies
wait. He can punish them over a comment, but won't punish for bad performance.
Maybe he's fired a hitting coach for that.
Yeah, if that's the case, I mean, there's a lot more people that should be fired. But that was all I had. So, Donna, Derek, Mom, Cameron. Yeah, where's Mrs. Pizzo?
I don't know. I think she fell asleep. She said she was real tired. Unbelievable. It's unreal.
Amy and John, thank you as always. And Donna, thanks for hanging out, probably while you're at work. And we had up to 14 people watching, so thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you guys.
We will see you next Tuesday. Who knows who might be traded by then, and I will have to let you know how my experience was at the Phillies game, and hopefully I don't get arrested. So, because last time I went to a Phillies Mets game, I got in a fight. So it was Harper's first year too. That's the last time I went to a Phillies Mets game.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Some guy was like trash talking me after the game was over in the parking lot. He was like $330 million, and I was like, "Shut up! Like, shut up!" Actually, you know what? Here, 2019 MLB standings. Let's see how 2019. The Mets finished 4 games ahead of us, and that was 3rd place. So really, shut up. Anyway, all right. I will talk to you later, and have a good night.
Good night.
All right, later.
Later.